Hello, everyone. So today's topic is, um, you may have found yourself at different points in your life out in public, and you might just catch a glance of, I don't know, a mother and a daughter together, or a family um, interacting with each other, and it's kind of just caught your attention for a minute, and you stop and you stare and you're just watching how they are with each other, and you may get the thought, gosh, is that what it's really like? Is that what it's like to have a father, like a real father or a real mother? Is that what they do and what it feels like? And it may trigger off sort of this sort of deep longing in you, and it can sort of almost expose a bit of a sort of void within you. Excuse me. Almost like a sense of missing something that you can't quite get back, but you know that is there in the background. So if this is something that you've experienced, I'd suggest that what's being triggered in you there is an attachment longing, a longing for secure attachment. And what is secure attachment really? Well, as John Bowlby would say, it's having parents that are a safe base for you. And what is a safe base? Well, if we unpack it a bit, a safe base in a parent, I would say, is a parent who delights in you, who is really wanting to be a parent and is stepping into the role and leaving the single life behind and fully in their role as parent. A parent who's not looking to get their needs met in you. A parent who nurtures your dependence, but also your independence, and encourages your exploration of the world, but also your return. Um, Creating in you that sense of, oh, I have a home, I have a safe place where I can go um, to rest and be safe. And so this, when you're seeing this interaction in public of another family, it may sort of start to bring up in you feelings of not having that safe base, not having that home where you were just able to be you. Now, there are people, can you believe, that do come from such a home, who are securely attached. And you can often tell them, you may have friends or colleagues who would fit into this category. I mean, they seem to have really good relationships. They attract, good people into their lives because they value themselves. They seem to be pretty stable emotionally. They're not afraid of conflict. Um, there's a lack of needing to people please, so they're quite able to state their own needs and put in boundaries and say no about what they don't want. Um, yeah, on the whole, they're generally sort of very, very safe within themselves. And if they have a partner in their lives, the partner is not the source of their safety. In fact, the partner is just an addition to their already good sense of security. For those, however, who who experience these longings that we've just talked about, seeing another family or a mother and a daughter or whatever it might be. If you find yourself experiencing those longings and that sense of there being a void or a lack of something within you, a hole in the soul, as they call it, well, then you will have experienced the opposite, and more than likely will experience the following in your relationships. So you'll find that you don't have a sense of innate value about yourself. There's no strong sort of self-worth. You may feel like you've got to people please in order to be okay. There's a sense also that you don't have your own back somehow, that you might be the first person to throw yourself under the bus, or take on the blame for something, or to put yourself down. So there's a strong inner critic at work as well. So what we need to remedy here is, in this situation, going from looking to remedy our sense of insecurity in here by finding security out there. We need to shift that to beginning to find security in here, to attach to ourselves. Because what happens when we have an insecure attachment, we actually disconnect from ourselves, and we've never really been fully able to develop our own strong core identity. So that's part of the work going forward, is to begin to establish a strong sense of security within. And we can fill this inner void. We really can. Often it can feel like, this hole within. How are we ever going to feel satisfied? How are we ever going to satiate that longing? Because it happened in childhood. We can't go back and correct that. And even if your parent came to you now wanting to attach, it might not be something that you would be wanting to happen. The first thing is, it's really important, if you have these longings, to own the fact that they signal a broken attachment, that you didn't have the mother or the father that you needed. And it's important to own that, because often what happens is we blame ourselves for the broken attachment, when really it's the other way around. The parent wasn't able to attach to the child. And that's not something you could have changed, no matter what you did. So what the issue is, there was an absence in your early life, not a presence of the parent. There was an absence. And that absence is where we need to step in now and begin to be present for ourselves. So the thing is, if you do nothing about all of this and you just think, oh no, just leave it, just jog along, don't want to go there, don't want to face the void. What happens is, it does have a major impact in our lives. We're going to be repeating toxic relationships. We're going to be in jobs where we're anxious, trying our best to be perfect, strong inner critic, trying to please all the time, not having good boundaries, being exhausted, you name it, low self-esteem, all the rest of it. This is where it all comes from. And actually, this is where addictions have their life too. An addiction really is about trying to fill that void of connection with a parent. So in that sense, an addiction like drugs or food or whatever it might be is the person trying to fill that void with a substitute parent attachment, but they're using something that's not good for them. So we need to find another way that's not self-destructive to um, to begin filling that hole in the soul. And it doesn't take as long as you might think. If you were to work with me, um, the first place we would start is taking stock of the deficit. We need to have a clear picture um, about this broken attachment, and we need to begin um, connecting you to the inner child, that lonely inner child within you, who feels so unsupported um, and unloved. And we need to go within and to start um, a dialogue of empathy and compassion. Um, and it's a wonderful journey to make, because this is the journey of having empathy with ourselves at long last, instead of that inner critic who tells us we deserve to be lonely and unloved. So if you'd like to make that journey with me, and you're not up for a long haul, expedition, um, sign up, because it's short, it's focused, and it will transform you. I'll leave my calendar link below. Thanks, everybody. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye now.